what Mercury is doing, I mean, it just moved into Aquarius. So Mercury is getting this refresher of allowing us to start to become more innovating, more electric with our thoughts. So we're going to get plenty more downloads, and we're going to have this stimulation going on within our own mentality to want to do, you know, things a little differently, think outside the box, and really appreciate the uniqueness regarding how we all can channel our own different messages, and how we can ultimately draw information to us from a higher source, and how that can connect us in a way where we inspire, and we can allow for less of the mental constrictions that we've felt with Mercury and Capricorn, because Capricorn and Aquarius are both Saturnian ruled signs. However, Aquarius gives more of a vibe where you can kind of do things more in a unique manner instead of the old traditional way like Capricorn. And since it's Mercury, this is everything having to do with our the way we do things, as far as, you know, with our hands, or just our thought processes, and how we kind of just decipher information, analyze information, and how we, I mean, Mercury, you know, he is a planet that deals with a lot. It deals with manifestation too. It deals with alchemical processes. It deals with communication, how we talk, verbalize, and also it deals with you know, how we strategize and do things on a day-to-day basis, and all the details of life, you know. So, and it has to do with all the details within our mind. So within Aquarius, this is going to give more room so we can be more eccentric with all of these things, and have more freedom to kind of venture and feed into our curiosity, which will help us gain more enlightenment and information, and will help us kind of not be so constrained and constricted in the way we do things, and the way we kind of use our alchemical processes, and the way we the way that is impactful within our everyday lives, and how we abide by our schedules, and yes, how we communicate with others too. So Mercury is making a trine with the South. It's actually making a sextile with the South Node, and it's making a trine with the North Node. Let me see any other aspects on here. Okay, so we have Pluto here, and it's, you know, there's a 5-degree orb conjunction going on, and Pluto is in Capricorn at 25 degrees. So with Pluto adding his element into this, everything that I mentioned is just going to be amplified and intensified, and it's almost going to add an element of transformation, and ultimately kind of a recreational kind of vibe, where it allows us to kind of destroy what no longer serves, in order for us to kind of filter out and see what is of value. Okay, so it kind of like declutters, and I know that word clutter. It's one of the most bizarre words to me, clutter. But it allows us to kind of just remove all the debris, and it allows us to see what is really valuable, that can be sought, and that can remain throughout the transformational process. Okay? What still has value? And, you know, Pluto is just an intensifying element to begin with. So whatever Pluto is connected with, it only amplifies and makes the energy very, very strong. It strengthens it, okay? And it strengthens it to the 10th power, really, Pluto. So with Mercury here, this is going to be just a primal desire and intense nature to do the following of what Mercury stands for in Aquarius, what I had just mentioned. So if you think about what I was just talking about with the conjunction, it's going to just intensify and amplify and make it more louder, more clearer also, and make us have more of a desire to basically find and create the results that we want with the aspect of whatever Mercury is aspecting. Okay, so I mean, it being an Aquarius, or just getting into Aquarius and making a sextile with the South Node in the South Node 1 degree in see. So it looks like the nodes are still in Sag and Gem. So the South Node, 1 degree Sagittarius, is getting ready to move into Scorpio. But it's right there at the end of its journey with Sag. So, I mean, basically, this is kind of coming to a culmination of the intense undergoing process of us really reevaluating, restructuring, and just really finalizing our own spiritual beliefs, our knowledge, what we've gained, what we've learned to move forward with, and what has been ultimately filtered out with the South Node, because the South Node, it decreases whatever it's involved in order to almost take away any of the distractive quality that can hold us back from our own liberation. So, I mean, 1 degree Sagittarius, this is everything having to do with being on that right path to enlightenment, as far as a higher sense of knowledge and our ability to journey and voyage out and come outside of our comfort zone in order to kind of reach a better understanding with our own purpose and our own spirituality and our own connection with how we venture out and gain knowledge outside of ourselves through searching within our psyche, which is going real deep and venturing outside of our own understanding in order to draw in some further enlightenment. Or if it's physically, it's going outside of our own locality in order to go out and learn from others, from teachers, gurus, or go out and get that information through experience, long distance travel, or different cultures, in order to kind of give us that realization of what is ultimately going to help us understand our own purpose and how we can use our sense of knowledge and further enlightenment to spiritually lead us closer to ascension and even if it's feeling as if we're descending to a certain degree where we have to, go back to our roots and our ancestral ties in order to understand culture and history. This is only to basically propel us forward, because sometimes the way forward is having to go backwards so that we can have clarity, so to say. And because it's it's a sextile, so we'll feel this slightly. It's not going to be, I feel like it's going to come with ease, and it's not going to be burdensome. So I feel like this is going to be a good small minor aspect, the sextile to the south node with Mercury. And then Mercury is going to make a trine with the north node. So, in Gemini, which this is all about kind of increasing the value of the details in life in order to kind of make sense out of and have a solution to our thoughts, our ideas, and